Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. We are still on Surds, but this time part 4. The content outline will be looking at a multiplication of Surds. In our previous video, we learned how to add and subtract Surds, so you can still go back there and check it out. Looking at the different multiplication property, then we'll be solving questions related to this multiplication property. Now, the first multiplication property we'll be looking at is when A multiply root B, the answer will be equal to A root B. Very simple. If you're multiplying a surd, or if you're multiplying an irrational number with a whole number, just merge them together. Just like in algebra, when you have 2 times x, and 2 times x will be 2x. The same thing if you have A multiply root B, that will give you A root B. So having known that multiplication property, let's apply it here. We have 2 times root 2, and this will be equal to 2 root 2. You just combine them together. Alright, now the next question, 7 times root 13 will be equal 7 root 13. Let's move down to the next multiplication property. Here we have root A times root B, and that will be all in bracket and then in square root A times B. So you multiply the irrational numbers together. Okay, so having seen that multiplication property, let's apply that here. So we have root 3 times root 7, and this will be equal to all in square root 3 times 7. I'll multiply them together because they are both rational numbers, and this will be equal to root 21. Now root 21, can I simplify it to its simplest form, or should I leave it this way? I should leave it this way because I can't simplify it further to its simplest form. Then we have the next question, root 5 times root 10, and this will be equal to square root 5 times 10, and this will give me root 50. Now, is this surd in its simplest form? No, I don't think so. So let's reduce it to its simplest form. Then I have 50, 2 will divide 25, 5 will divide 5, and 5 will divide 1. Then I'll group this. Remember, the formula is product of the grouped, then in square root, product of the ungrouped. To know more about this, you can check our previous video on simplifying surd to its lowest or simplest form. The next multiplication property, root B times root B is equal to B. Let me show you how that is done. So we have root 11 times root 11. So this will be, using the second property, it will be 11 times 11. And then 11 times 11 is 121. And then the square root of 121 is equal to 11. So you see that when you multiply like so, it will give you this number here as a whole number. Now the next one is root 5 times root 5. The second property says we should multiply 5 times 5. And 5 times 5 is 25. And the root of 25 is equal to 5. The last multiplication surd. So we have that if you have a multiplication of A root B, then times C root D, all you have to do is multiply the whole numbers together, and then you multiply the surd together. Let me show you how this is applied in multiplication of surd. Looking at this question, we are asked to simplify 2 root 3 times 4 root 2. So then we are going to multiply the whole number, which is 2 times 4 equal 8. And then next, we are going to multiply the rational numbers, and that is root 3 times 2, which is equal to root 6. So our final answer will now be 8 times root 6, which is equal to 8 root 6. And this is our final answer. Now the next question we have here, 2 root 7 times 5 root 7. We'll multiply the whole numbers, and that is 2 times 5 equal 10. And then the next thing is we'll multiply the surd, which is root 7 times root 7, which is equal root 49. And root 49 is equal to 7. Therefore, our final answer will now be 10 times 7, which is equal to 70. Then the last question. We are asked to simplify 3 root 5 times 2 root 10. We will multiply the whole or the rational number, which is 3 times 2 equals 6. And then next, we'll multiply the surd, that is root 5 times root 10 is equal root 50. Now remember, this is not in its simplest form. So using our method of simplifying surd or reducing surd to its simplest form, then our answer here will be root 50 will now be equal to 5 root 2. Our final answer would now be 6 times 5 root 2, and that will leave us to 30 root 2, and this is our final answer. I hope you actually find this video helpful. Thank you for watching, and bye. See you in my next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.
There's no time limit. Start whenever you want. You can change or stay the same.